Alrighty, guys. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Okay, recording has started. Right? We can do this more often if we do it well this time, right? Okay, so I'm gonna hit play on this. This is our bell ringer. In your notes section, which section? Notes. I want you to describe and explain how Olaf is able to tell the whole movie of Frozen in less than 2 minutes. Okay? What makes it a good summary? Just give your thoughts on that.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, I just find clothes restricting. Bet you're wondering who we are and why we're here. It's really quite simple. It began with two sisters. One born with magical powers. One born powerless. Their love of snowmen, infinite. I don't know, do I? Glass. Oh, Mama, Papa, help! Slip. Doors shutting everywhere. Sisters torn apart. Well, at least they have their parents. Their parents are dead. Oh, hi, Amanda. I'm Mary Lynn and Elsa's gonna blow. Snow. Magic pulses through my snowflakes. I laugh. Ice pellets for one. Ice pellets for one. Get out, Amanda. My heart. Oh my goodness. Only an act of true love can save you. Here's a true love's kiss. You're not worth it. Guess what? I'm the bad guy. What? And Anna freezes to death forever. Then she unfreezes. Oh, and then Elsa woke up the magical spirits, and we were forced out of our kingdom. Now our only hope is to find the truth about the past, but we don't have a clue how to do that, except Elsa's hearing voices, so we got that going for us. Any questions? I think they got it.
Okay, it's gonna loop a couple times, so you can still hear it. But let's start writing down what things did you notice in his summary? What made it a good summary?
Oh, sorry. Yeah, I just find clothes restricting. Bet you're wondering who we are and why we're here. It's really quite simple. It began with two sisters. One born with magical powers. One born powerless. Their love of snowmen, infinite.
Miles Gay and my brain with espresso can do.
Slip! Doors shutting everywhere. Sisters torn apart. Well, at least they have their parents. Their parents are dead. Oh, hi, Amanda. I'm Mary Lynn. I just met. Elsa's gonna blow. Snow. Magic pulses through my snowflakes. I laugh. Ice pellets for one. Ice pellets for one. Get out, Anna. My heart. Oh my goodness. Only an act of true love can save you. Here's a true love's kiss. You're not worth it. Guess what? I'm the bad guy. What? And Anna freezes to death forever. Then she unfreezes. Oh, and then Elsa woke up the magical spirits, and we were forced out of our kingdom. Now our only hope is to find the truth about the past, but we don't have a clue how to do that, except Elsa's hearing voices, so we got that going for us. Any questions?
Okay, we need it one more time, or we got it?
I think they got it.
We feeling good about it? Okay. Okay, so take a second, share in your groups. What things did you notice about Olaf's summary? What made it a good summary?
Wait a minute. You get to say where I'm
because he saw it like there on his face and everything, and I bet on his, his powers.
Okay, what did we notice? Ooh, he includes like the important parts of the story. Yeah. Did we notice anything else? Yeah. This is true. But we want to talk about his summary, not just him, right? He is a snowman. You're 100% right. Right? But like, how is it a good summary, right? Okay, what did we notice over here?
I think I like talking about the one with what they call it, you kind of like showing it up and like assembling it. That way they can like the sound and what the like and she might be able to might have it.
No, I love that.
Everything.
I would love to. Alrighty, guys. 5, 4, 3, like explaining through it, right?
It basically like talked about their life and how it was.
Talked about their life and how it was. Rosemary, is that what you were gonna say?
I was gonna say like he talked about like the important parts of their life and like leaving out the boring stuff, like talking about the most important parts and kind of like giving them a summary of what their like
Yes.
life used to be.
I love how you say he focused on the important parts, right? What's the whole main idea of Frozen and gets rid of all that extra stuff that we don't need, right? Did anybody say anything different? Or was that kind of the gist? He describes everything really well, right? So even if you haven't really seen Frozen before, he kind of tells you everything you need to know, right? How many of us have seen Frozen before though? Yeah, right? I was about to say, okay. Alrighty, so today we are gonna focus on summaries, okay? What makes a good summary? Have we ever like asked someone, hey, how was your day? And then now they're talking for like 30 minutes, taking you through like everything. Well, I ate a bagel this morning, but I accidentally burnt the bagel, so that wasn't very good. And then I was on the bus, but then I feel like the bus driver was just really not having a good day because I asked him how his morning was, and then he didn't say anything back. And they are going through every single detail of their day, and you're like, I wish I didn't ask. Right? Wow. That's not good summaries, right? So today we're gonna learn how do we make a good summary, okay? So Mr. Johnson, could you pass out our notes for me? You are gonna have some guided notes, just like usual though. You don't have to write every slide, right? You're just gonna fill in some blanks, okay? Here's our
As you know, I actually made a story and I actually added a summary.
Ooh, okay, so we're professionals.
I made a really good story.
Okay, so while our notes are being passed out, we're gonna watch this short video just on what is a summary. This should be review for us though, right? We've kind of gone over synopsis before and things like that, right?
I didn't get no.
Oh, okay.
Yes, Olivia. Sorry, I don't know if you're doing it. I've done it before, so I know what it is.
Yes.
Just letting everyone know.
Yes.
Isn't a summary like really in brief details about like how the story's going
100%. I love how you said brief. Yes. Short, sweet details, right?
He went like most people said like jump around it, but no, he went in order from everyone to leave that.
Ooh, I like how you said he went in order. Hold on to that.
Give her one of your
Guys,
papers.
I don't know if we heard Rosemary just now, but she mentioned how Olaf went in chronological order, right? What is chronological order? Does anyone know?
Maybe from the beginning.
From the beginning to the end, right? The order that it happened.
Talk about the important stuff of their life, and then when he was done that, and
Absolutely.
he how they got there. He kind of said kind of fast, but he like said like the
Yes.
he just said still kind of long, but
Yes.
then
I love it. Okay, so we're gonna watch this video. This will not be in your notes or anything, right? Once we start the slides, I'll tell you when you need to start writing down. So I just want us all watching this. Don't worry about your notes yet, okay?
Hello readers, today I'll make a video about summaries. A summary retells the main ideas of a passage, but in a much shorter version. Cool, great, done. You can learn anything, David out. Sorry, I made a goof. See, I summarized what was going to happen in this video, right? I took the information I was going to tell you, and I shortened it. This is what the skill of summarizing is. I just applied it to this video instead of to a story. When you summarize, you have to ask yourself, what are the most important facts? What are the most important details? You're a reporter, a stringer, a journal. Your job is to get in, get the facts, and get out. It's the news in brief, just the facts, ma'am. Take the Three Little Pigs, for instance. I'll summarize it now. Three little pigs live in houses that they built. One used straw, one used wood, and the third pig, who worked hardest of all, built a brick house. Along comes a big bad wolf, pictured here with a big bad top hat and a big bad house-wrecking hammer, I don't know. And he successfully knocks down the first two houses in order to eat the pigs inside. But they escape to the brick house, which the wolf is unable to knock down. That's the important parts of the story, and I bet I could even cut that down a little bit. But here's what's there. All the important characters, all their major decisions, and the outcome of the story. We have the beginning, the middle, and the end. Now let me show you what too little information looks like. There were 3 pigs, they built houses, a big bad wolf tried to get them. Not enough. That's not enough information. It doesn't tell us whether or not the wolf succeeded or the important differences between the 3 pig houses. Not enough as far as facts go. You know, it's got to be specific. And look, it's possible to go in the opposite direction too. Too many irrelevant facts. So there were 3 pigs. One's name was Horace, another's name was Pansy, and the third's name was Fustifer. They had all been friends since middle school, and when the market was in a good place, all 3 of them decided to go in for plots of land right next to each other. That, right? Like, that's too much. In a summary, I don't need the whole story. If it were the whole story, it wouldn't be a summary. It'd just be the whole story all over again. Keep it simple. We need the events of the story in the order they happened in. We need the characters, and we need the problems they face. And for a summary, that's kind of it. You can learn anything. David out. For real this time. Bye.
Okay. So, we're focusing on, just like you said, we're not telling the whole story in our summary, right? We're telling just the key facts, the things that you need to know to understand what that story is, right? Disney edition. Because I love Disney. Okay, we're gonna start writing in our notes now. So what makes a literary summary? A literary summary briefly gives us the central idea and a few key details of text. So you're going to fill in those blanks in your notes. For what a literary summary is. Now we're calling this a literary summary, right? Because it's summarizing text. But could a text be a picture? Yes or no? What do we think? Could a text be a picture?
Yeah.
Yeah. Could a text be a music video?
Yes.
Yeah. Could a text be a movie, say Frozen?
Yes.
Yeah. So just because we're saying it's for a text and it's a literary summary, it's not always going to be necessarily a book or a chapter or things like that, right? Okay. Yes, down. That's okay. You've got it right here. So you're good. Okay. Okay. So here are the elements of a literary summary. We're going to fill in those blanks, okay? So in these bullet points, there's some blanks on your notes that you're going to fill in. So literary summary, who can read our first bullet point there? What's the first element of a literary summary? Nice.
Briefly outlines what the text is about in one paragraph.
Absolutely. So in one paragraph, right? So that's what we're focusing on today. We're not writing any more than a paragraph. How long is a paragraph though? 4 to 6 sentences, right? Yeah. It also restates the title, the author, or the section if it is just one section. Now, if you're summarizing an entire book, are you going to say like a chapter or a section? Yeah, right? You just say the title and the author. So in this case, what was the title of our text that Olaf summarized? Yeah.
Outline on the life and like he's saying like the life and then he just saying that said all the things that happened. when they got
Absolutely.
there.
So that's what he's summarizing. What is the text called that he's summarizing though? What's the title of our movie? Frozen, right? It also clearly states the central idea. Who can tell me what a central idea is? You might have also heard it called a main idea. Someone who hasn't shared yet. Blake, you look like you're thinking. You look like you know. Yeah? What do we think a main idea is? Yeah, what it's about, right? What is the main point that our text is trying to convey there, right? There's a lot of details and things that happen in a movie, but what's the point? What's the main idea, the central idea? That is going to be the main piece of your summary, right? Don't get caught up on all the details. It does, though, include key plot details. We've talked a lot about key plot details. Every time we read a chapter, we've got to write those guys down in our reading notes from our book, right? So what are key plot details? Ooh, it helps us understand the text better. How do we think it's different from a main idea? Key plot details versus main idea. What's the difference there? Because it says a good summary needs both. What do we think, Kenzie? What's the difference between a main idea and details? Yeah, so details help kind of support the main idea, right? They'll add up to it. But the main idea is just one thing. It's the main point, right? So think about Frozen. The whole kind of story is really about Anna and Elsa's relationship, right? How they start out when they're little, now they're adults, right? And this whole back and forth between Anna not knowing things about Elsa, Elsa feeling like she's got to isolate herself, ice palace, just like Olaf says, right? Yeah. But there's a lot of details in Frozen that aren't necessarily about their relationship, right? We've got Kristoff, we've got other characters, okay? So that's the difference there. It also remains objective. So how many of us have heard of Frozen, but maybe we don't like Frozen? Oh, we all love Frozen in here. That's what I like to hear. Oh, Jackson doesn't. Okay. So that means that when Jackson's writing his literary summary about Frozen, is he gonna put, I hate Frozen, Frozen's the worst? No. No. He might tell his buddies later, right? Why did Miss Neal make us listen to Frozen? But he's not gonna put that in his summary. The summary has to be objective, meaning you don't put your own opinion in there, right? You're just telling the facts, okay? And it also wraps it up with a concluding statement. Normally, your concluding statement is where you're going to put the main idea of your summary, okay? Kind of wrap it up with that main idea of what it is, okay? It's also short and sweet, just like Rosemary said. Doesn't drag on, okay? Do we have all of these written down? Yes? Give me a thumbs up if we do. Love it. So, now you guys are gonna practice writing one, okay? Olaf also tells other stories, other Disney stories, okay? So we're going to work together and listen to Olaf's version of Tangled. How many of us have seen Tangled before? Yeah, okay.
Presenting Tangled. A story about a close personal friend of mine. Oh, Rapunzel, let down your hair. Mother! Now remember, Rapunzel, to never go see anyone or do anything fun, ever. I want to go see the floating light now! When will my life begin? Hey, just can't get my nose right. Here comes the smolder. Yay! A mysterious tower to hide from vindictive horses and take me to see flying light fixtures, you roguish knave. Smolder. I'm free! I'm a terrible daughter! I've never been happier! I need therapy. Is that a tavern? Dreams, dreams. We got dreams. We got them floating thingies. Psst, hey, that's your cue. At last I see the light. Your smoldering boyfriend is gonna hang. No! Mother Ethel dies. May my life-giving tears spew forth from my eyeballs and heal you. Hey, I don't feel dead at all anymore. Yay! And look, new parents who aren't soul-crushing monsters. Group hug.
Okay.
The smoldering.
Yeah, all right, a round of applause for Olaf. I think he nailed it. Okay, so that was also in under 2 minutes. I think it was like a minute and a half.
Oh.
And a whole movie is usually like an hour and a half, right? And he just told you the whole thing, okay? So, you're gonna work together in your groups. You got 5 minutes. You're gonna use the sentence stems that are in your notes, okay? Notice it uses transition words, like first, then, next. That's so that we can make sure that we're doing that chronological order, putting it in order from beginning to end, okay? And you're gonna write a summary on Tangled. Okay? Go ahead and get started. Make sure we're at level 1. Work together and write your summaries.
Whenever you stop, look at the game and say smolder.
Tangled is made by Disney.
That killed me.
We
about
should be an adult or teen.
Just Tangled, the story. So you don't necessarily need to do Olaf's story. Yes, whatever you think the main idea and the key plot details are in 4 sentences. Okay?
That is so funny.
I want to do my own summary, so that one before.
Well, just put it in this outline.
R.A.
You don't have to do exactly what
Yeah, no, you don't have to do Olaf's version, guys.
Yeah, you do.
We've heard Olaf's version. Now we're doing our version. For Tangled. Yes. And we've already got Tangled is made by, so we're restating the title by author, right? All you gotta do is put in that author.
So are we going Disney Dolphin? Okay. Mickey Mouse?
I mean,
That's weird. Imagine.
My story that I'm right now.
okay. So what's our first sentence?
Remember, he was.
No, I haven't.
Ooh, that's a really good percentage. Okay, and then what happens? What's the next like really important thing?
No.
Yeah. Remember, we've got like 4 sentences, so just think like next really big thing that happens.
They were fighting.
They do fight.
She goes out.
No.
Who does she leave with? Does she meet another character? Flynn? Yeah.
No, I heard cats. Anyways.
You're stuck. First?
Okay. Tangled is made by. Did we hear that, Julian? Say Tangled is made by.
R.A.P.
Most important, it's your version.
At the capital.
Okay, there's no like necessarily right or wrong answer, right? As long as you get from the main idea and some supporting pieces. How are we going over here? What's our first sentence?
They walked in.
I like that. And then what's like the next big thing? We got 4 sentences. Does she have to lead with who?
The first name, key plot, that Olaf told me. I got you, right? Yeah, you do. Up in the tower, he came and talked to her up in the tower. And what did her mother say? Okay, and then what, like, was she allowed to leave the tower? Her mother didn't want her to?
That's what we're working on right now. Okay, so we're on what? Our then sentence. Okay. What do we have so far?
I'll write down the first one, you do then.
One day I'm at a farm.
Ooh, I love that. Because that was like her whole dream, right? Super important. And she can't leave the tower. First sentence done.
Okay. Then, what happens after that?
got.
See, there's some grandma was over.
Okay, leave with Flynn. Go where? Flynn. Right. Leave with Flynn. Go.
Flynn's his
where?
name. The
The
smoldering guy. Yeah, I guess the smoldering one is Flynn.
Okay, so Flynn's trying to find a way. That's how she finds it. She leaves with Flynn. She goes.
Alright, so what does he do?
He comes here.
And a lot of
And then do they get out? Do they escape?
No.
Do they stay there?
I can't.
I don't know. Well, no
Well,
waffle.
she, yeah, got taken as a baby. And then, like,
There was so much.
I forgot she got taken as a baby.
There was barely
Tells the
stuff.
story of.
There wasn't enough fun.
Summer.
It's like
They, he gets her out of it. But they escape out of the tower. So you just put that. One helps her escape out of the tower.
No, I care. Okay, do we need to say it again? Okay. Hey guys, some of us who aren't as familiar with our Tangled films want to see this again, so I'm gonna have it play in the background. Okay? We'll have it play again. That's not it. That's the answer.
Tower.
Oh my.
Oh no.
You almost did it.
I did, didn't I?
She got kidnapped.
Presenting Tangled, a story about a close personal friend of mine. Oh, Rapunzel, let down your hair, mother! Now remember, Rapunzel, to never go see anyone who do anything fun ever. I want to go see the floating light now. When will my life begin? I just can't get my nose right. Here comes the smolder. Yay! A mysterious tower to hide from vindictive horses and take me to see flying light fixtures, you roguish knave. Smolder. I'm free! I'm a terrible daughter! I've never been happier! I need therapy. Is that a tavern? Dreams, dreams. We got dreams. We got them floating thingies. Psst, hey, that's your cue.
Is that the tavern?
At last I see the light. Your smoldering boyfriend is gonna hang. No! Mother God will die. May my life-giving tears spew forth from my eyeballs and heal you. Hey, I don't feel dead at all anymore. Yay! And look, new parents who aren't soul-crushing monsters. Groupon.
Okay, I'll give us just a couple more minutes. Okay? Write down your last sentences if you need to.
They escape. What happens after they escape?
And they were fighting.
They go. They go to the final.
Or you
Well, no, what did, so she first starts on the tower.
Good job, Liz.
We almost have it over here.
And
Ooh, about that.
and does he get her out of the tower?
And
Tries to take
I'll put that one.
Ooh, yeah, I like that.
I didn't even know this song the first time I watched it. They said, this, that. I need therapy. Oh, there's a tavern. That's crazy. I didn't notice that.
Yeah.
That is hilarious. I love this. Is there more of this?
Yes, that's what the whole rest of
No, they have.
There's like 6 total.
Lincoln's,
Then he goes to the final.
To what? Was she happy the person they left? Or she was confused, it seems like. Yeah, she was confused. She didn't know if she was happy to leave or not, because she felt bad, disobeying her mother.
FLYNN.
When what?
Oh,
yeah.
And then what happened? What happened next? After Blaine got her out of the tower.
Now, what happens at the end?
Reindeer. There ain't no reindeer in this one, sis.
If I'm perfect.
That's the reindeer Olaf. Reindeer back one day.
Wait,
Okay, we've got it there. Are we done over here?
What happened to the mother?
wait, no.
Mother
died. The mother
We need to
said.
what happened? Who almost died?
And then he comes back.
The mother said. A lot of people
Was it Hansel or the?
Okay, we just got done over here.
Finale, so what happened to the mother?
Mother said that
I'm gonna hang your
dude
smoldering wood
died,
remember?
baby. And I don't know.
Then what happens?
He died somehow.
And then what happens with Flint?
They try.
Alive.
He dies
And then he gets brought back.
He
Yeah.
Rapunzel.
Yep.
Excellent.
After getting
Alrighty guys, 5,
Smoldering.
4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Okay, I want a couple of us to share our group summary. What about group 6 back here? Someone share our summary.
Yours was better. An adult was stuck in the tower who was kidnapped. She was kidnapped and raised in the tower and never to be let out. Then one day a man climbed her tower to take her to see the lights. She escapes and falls in love with the guy until her mother finds and sends the man to jail. The man comes to save her from the kidnapper. Then he cuts off her hair to save her.
Love it. Round of applause. Beautiful summary. Beautiful summary. Excellent work. Excellent work. Okay. Give me one more summary. Thank you, guys. Thank you. Love the enthusiasm. Let's see. From group. Let's do our groups of 2 over here. Someone share over here. Kinley or Kinsley? What's the point?
Wait, should I do the first part too, or just like the first?
What you wrote. What you wrote.
Her mother locks her in the tower and she can't leave. Flynn finds her tower and helps her out of the tower and then goes to the lights and then gets back to the tower with her mom, her stepmother, cuts off her hair.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay, round of applause. Beautiful summary. Beautiful summary. I have my version here. It's pretty similar, right? So Tangled is made by Disney. That's our title and our author, right? And tells the story of Rapunzel, a princess with magical long hair. First, she was trapped in a tower her whole life by Mother Gothel, who wants to use Rapunzel's hair to stay young. Then one day, a thief named Flynn Rider finds the tower and helps Rapunzel escape. So just like our group 6 set over there. Next, they go on an adventure to see the floating lanterns, right? That Kinsey mentioned. That appear every year on Rapunzel's birthday. Finally, Rapunzel learns about her true identity as a princess, and she finally reunites with her real family. Okay? So again, just getting to the point, that main idea. What happened? What's important? What do we need to know? Okay? Not super long, just one paragraph. Does that kind of make sense? Yeah? And notice we're using those sentence stems, the first, then, next, finally. That's really going to help you make sure that you're keeping track of each central point there. Okay? So now, what you're going to do is an activity on Google Classroom. Luckily for us, Olaf summarizes like 5 movies. Okay? So there is a Google Slide activity on Google Classroom where you are going to pick 2 of Olaf's movies. You're going to listen to the movie. Make sure you're getting our Chromebooks back quietly. You're going to listen to Olaf's version of his summary. If you're not familiar with the movie, there's also a trailer there for you. Okay, you can watch that. And then you're going to write a summary that's different than Olaf's version. Don't feel like you have to do Olaf's version. So here are our options. We've got The Little Mermaid. Okay, you can pick that one. Moana. The Lion King. Classic. Aladdin. And I think that might be it. I feel like there was one more. I think that's it. I think. Okay, so do you have to do all of those? No. How many are we doing? 2. You need headphones for this, okay? If you have yours, pull them out now. If not, I have some, okay? So just raise your hand if you need headphones.
Thank you. I'll keep them.
We can whisper while we do it. If you guys all want to pick the same one, you can. That's fine, okay?
What 2 movies you want to do?
Check them out.
I'll tell you my story about my story.
Let's do Olaf's summaries first, and then if we have time at the end of class, I'd love to hear your summary, Olivia. Okay, who else raised their hand here? All of us? Okay. So guys, I had a great question. They asked if we could work as a group. If you guys decide to all pick the same ones, you totally can. But what voice level should we stay at? One, exactly.
Yes.
Movie and work as a group?
Yes.
Alrighty. What movie would you like to start with? And do a summary on it.
What he said.
Everybody go watch the trailer and Olaf's version of Lion.
One movie I
If you all want to watch the Olaf trailer, you can still all get to it. Everybody
What's up,
ready?
Shan?
You watch the trailer?
Oh no! Let me get you back in, okay? I'll get you the code.
Yes.
Anybody else need headphones? No? Okay. Oh, Bryson.
Yeah. Purple.
What did you want purple?
Yes.
I got you. We'll give you purple. Okay, just tug and see what happens. There we go.
You got it without breaking anything.
Hey!
Watch Olaf versus Lion King. And then once everybody watches the Olaf and Lion King, we'll start the summary.
Macy, honey, did you need headphones? Okay, I'll get you in 1 second, okay? Janaea, are you ready for the code? Okay, the code is 4K DV H6A. Did we get it? Okay. Do you want? I'll just bring it up there, okay?
For some reason, Blake's on the part of it in Google Classroom. It doesn't have a link below it.
Blake, did this happen before? It's the same.
And now mine's doing it again.
Okay. I will let Miss Georgie know.
Let's write you a movie summary.
It happened in another class the other day.
Follow this format of how she had first, then next, finally.
Janaea, honey, it's not letting you join mine.
So first, who made it? Then do it. Yeah. Everybody can place a circle pad.
Okay.
Lion is made.
Like there's nothing
What is it? You know what?
I bet you the part whenever the faucet
I don't think I
falls off.
Okay.
And who is it telling the story about?
And then hopefully by Monday we'll be
First.
Okay, Janaea, I'm restarting your computer, so I think it was something.
What? Faucets to prove that
Faucet.
don't work.
What even happened before that?
Oh wait, they were playing.
Well, the first thing, what was the whole rock?
The whole rock.
Who they listen up?
His brother killed him.
Who they listen up on the rock? And they put the little
Okay.
and Simmons was born in the rock.
our shortest chapters, okay? 11 and 12, I'll have it posted on Google Classroom too, okay? Okay. We'll keep working the last few minutes.
So when we also try to help Simba, what happened?
Okay, you got it? Alright, let me see if I can get you signed in, okay?
Oh wait, you're in. I want to hear all about it.
Whenever you said, make sure everybody goes home and listens to chapter, or reads the chapter with instantly, right? I'm not doing that.
I know, I was like, Ron, you can just play Fortnite.
Yeah,
While you're playing,
yeah.
he was like, oh, I can do that.
You can literally just earbud in, play Fortnite, listen to the
I
chapters,
just think
okay?
that was instantaneous. I'm not doing that.
So, the problem with that is, what happened? What were their names? I'm not for sure.
Alright, so which chapters are we going to listen to over the weekend? 11 and 12. Make sure your binders are put up the right way. We want to get those points. If you borrowed my headphones, the basket's right in front of my desk. I got these. Have a great weekend, guys. Thank you, Bella. Thank you, Lily. Have a great weekend.
Finish that at 2 times speed.
Thank you. Thank you, sir. We'll get that figured out with Google Classroom. That's so weird for you.
Let's go, Rylan. Snow blows on the mountain.
I was also funny enough. I was like, her parents were, they're dead.
They're dead. That's my favorite.